15, appearing in a strange place. I probably should have linked on a couple of more lines. But anyway, interfecti. Someone was killed. Then, all the delators, all the informers, all the accusers, and all the amici of Maximini, all the friends of Maximinius, they were interfecti, they were killed. Interfectus was Sabinus, the prefect of the city. He was percussus, he was struck in populi, looks like by the people, to beaten to death by people. 2. When these things had been gestasunted, or they were done, the Senate was more fearing Maximum. Should be an A there, there's a lot of typos. They were fearing him openly and freely, and they called Maximus and Eos Filium and his son hostes, enemies. 3. Dende. Then letters mitted that the Senate sent to all the provinces, so that with communal safety and liberty they should help subveniat, which they audited, which they heard, which was heard by all of us, so it must have been favourably heard. So for Deniqui, finally, ubiqui, everywhere, the friends and administrators and the generals of the tributes and the soldiers of Maximus interfecti sunt, they were killed. So in all these places, Maximus's friends and people he'd placed in charge were getting killed. 5. Porca. A few females. What's the female thing? A civitas. These are cities, states, citizenry, or cities. So a few of these cities serve or they conserved or preserved their fidem, their loyalty to the dative, to the hostile publico, the public enemy, which, again, that's the female relative pronoun. These cities, these betrayers who had sent these letters to them, they detoleranted. They referred them or sent them to Maximus, cito quickly, sometimes it means soon, but mostly it means quickly, through indices. These are informers and people like that. 6. Litterum Senatus. This is an example of the letter of the Senate. The Senate and Populus Romanus, the Roman people, through the Gordonius principles, these are the two emperors that they made, Augustus's, yesterday, by this Trististum of Bellua, by these grim or sad monsters, so most grim monster will say, Captus, they began to be liberated or something. This looks like datives to the proconsuls, to those presiding governors, to the legates, delegations, to the ducibusses, the generals, to the tribunes, and the magistrates. It's going down in order from consuls, etc., down to the single citizens and the municipal areas. These are going down in size again, so this would be a larger sort of place. And Opidus is towns, so it's getting smaller. And then the vicuses, the villages, they're getting smaller. And the castles, the forts, salutatum, a bit of greeting, which now are beginning for the first time to recuperate, to looks like recover their power or whatever. And then we go on to 7, bit of a scroll. Okay, so salutum can mean greetings, but if this is transitive, then it's used as safety. So now you're first recovering your safety. Anyway, with the gods favouring, the proconsul Gordianum, a vir sanctissimum, a very holy or honourable man, and very serious and gravis as a senator, we think he's earned, we've given him the Principem, the emperorness. We have called him Augusta, so he's now the head man. And neither alone was he, but even in subsidying of the Republic, but to aid the Republic, you might want to say, in with the accusative, his son, that's why they both got the same name in plural, his son Gordanium, a noble Juvenem. Juvenem's to do with age. I'm not going to go through them all, but probably more than we have. We sort of have boy and then adult and then an old man. They have a bunch of different states, infant and then a boy, adolescents and juveniles and pubes and adults and senexes, etc. Nunc est. Now it is yours to consentere. Con usually means to come together, so they agree on the same thing. To the safety of the Republic, I want to say to obtaining the safety of the Republic or keeping it and defending it to these crimes, to add scalera, takes the accusative plural, and to this Belua, that's a whale or a monster, it's not a whale, so he's a monster here, and the friends of his, ubi cumque, wherever fuerint, wherever they might be at, for persequending, for following and hunting them or whatever. By us, even Maximinius with his son, suo filio, has been judged hostis, enemy. 16. Well, we've got 2 words and then autem. Usually it's the second word, but you can see it like 5th or 6th in some places, so it's a bit of a fluid rule. So by this consultant of the Senate or decree of the Senate, this is an example. When Ventimeset, and people had come on the 16th day of the calends of July into the Adem Castorum, into the temple of Castor, Julius Silanus, the consul, that's nomatives, the accepted letters from the Africa of the, looks like from the Emperor Gordian, the father of the country, and who was proconsul, as we saw, he was booted up into becoming an emperor. This was recited. So this consul recited this letter from Africa, and this is the day it was, and this is where it was. Okay. So here's what the letter says. Invitum me. It says me unwilling. It'd be in the oblate if it was with me unwilling, so we'll have to see what happens. Parta conscriptus, that's vocative. Young man, by which it is commissioned to end Africa, to safeguard Africa, have called, here we go, that's why it's accusative, they've called me unwillingly to power, to imperium. But looks like with intuito vestro, but with your watching or with your nod or whatever, your approval or something, I sustineo libens gladly this necessity. So I'll take up this necessity under your gaze or something, probably means. Vestromes, it is yours to estimate what you want. So it's up for you to decide what you want. So that's how far we've got in the letter so far. How far are we going today? Down to there. Now, amigo, for I was quiad, as far as until, it looks like, can be space or time, until the judicium of the Senate, until the judgment of the Senate, I will be fluctuating, uncertain, and with various sort of things going on. Now, with this electus literis, with this letter read, start him immediately, the senatus, the Senate ad clamavited, they shouted out, Gordiane Auguste. So in his absence, they're shouting out his vocative name, the gods preserve you, die servente. Felix imperes, you shall rule luckily, or luckily with luck you'll rule, or as a lucky person you'll rule. Salvus imperes, you shall rule safe, or something like that. Liberaste tu nos, you've liberated us. Per te, through you, salva republic. You might want to infer est or something. The republic is safe. So all of us, tibi to you, we are agamasing gratius, we're giving thanks. Item consul, likewise the consul retulated or referred something. This would be the consul up here, Julius Silanus. Partis conscriptes, senators, concerning the Maximinis, what's pleasing or what's decided? What will you decide? The responsum is hostes, their enemies. He who occiterates them, he who kills them, will merit a bitor. He will earn a premium, a reward. Then we have the same sort of thing going on. Item consul dixit. So for the daily dictionary, we'll go to Lewis and Short. So item, adverb, usually means likewise or something. Here we have introducing something additional without comparison. Likewise, besides, also, further, moreover. CF of etiam and quoque. So if you want to use item as etiam or quoque, here's an example of it. So again, the consul dixited concerning the amicus of Maximini, concerning the friends of Maxims, what does it seem should be done? Acclamatum est. They shouted, hostes again. He who occiterates them will earn a premium, a reward. Item, likewise or again, adding something additionally. There was an acclamatum, there was another shouting. The imicus of the Senate, so the personal enemies of the Senate, the enemies of the Senate, should be tolotored into a cross, up on a cross. So that's how the Romans did things. They put people on crosses. And to finish it off, they're still shouting. Hostis of the Senate, ubicumque, wherever he is, wherever they are, let it be struck. So it's singular. Enemy of the Senate, wherever it is, be struck. Inimici senatus, wherever he is, let him be exuranted, let him be burnt vivi while he's living. Gordiano Augusta, die vos. So may the gods preserve you, Augustus Gordiano. Ambo felicita agatus, may you, looks like ambos usually mean for both, but salu agatas, looks like will you live your time luckily, and will you rule luckily, with luck maybe. To the nepots, these are grandsons usually, to the grandson of Gordiani, we've decided to be a praetura. To the nepot of Gordian, spondymus, we promise consultam, console or something. The the grandsons of Gordiano are to be called Caesar, and the third Gordianus shall accept the praetorship. Okay, that's it for the day.